My Life on Trial, the story of Jesse D. English. This right here is a picture of a Reaper drone that I personally took. And here's some evidence of different times I've been hit with EMF waves. We got 1.04 here, got 1.28. The reason why I'm showing this is because my ex-wife thinks I'm crazy and then I just make this stuff up. Here's actually me when I lived in my old apartment, showing exactly where I would sit and kind of pointing out where it would come from, and would show my phone. So we could have, like, date and time, app, 1.3, which is way high. And this stuff hurts, but I've had much worse. But this is like a constant everyday type of thing. And again, I'm just kind of showing date, time, position where I'm sitting, taking measurements, different angles to kind of show which angles it's coming from or whatnot. There's just like less there. I assumed it was towards the window area. And as you see, 1.3. All right, here is actually showing a screenshot I was taking while it was recording, with the screenshot recording ability iPhone has. As you see, it's this is a different day. It's hovering between 70 and 90, which is still kind of high. I've noticed the normal is about 45 to 50, which we shouldn't have any, but is what it is. Date, time. This point is 1.07. These are different, periods and stuff. Kind of showing you that it changes. And I was actually able to tell when it was higher because I felt it in my legs. My legs would hurt. My son would complain about the same pain, and my ex-wife would always say, "Oh, it's growing pains." He would complain more at her house. They live 250 feet away, maybe 300 feet from a tower. And I apologize. My ex-wife is more like, she says it like this: "It's growing pains." That's more how she talks. She's very evil. And so is her mother. She actually lives right next door to her mother. Like, literally, their front doors are like 15 feet apart, if that. And they both drive the same type of car. But anyways, here's another day where it was very high. As you see, it's actually going up and down, up and down. So there's somebody somewhere with some sort of control switch or lever or whatnot, or fader. It's just called a fader adjustment. So they're like, fry, 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 over and over. This day, I actually thought I was going to die. I was followed back from Harris Casino one morning by this guy in this black SUV Escalade. I mean, he just went, no matter where I went, this guy was following me. And when I got back to my apartment, I went inside. And then as soon as I got in there, I started feeling like my internal organs were being fried. I turned this on, and if it wasn't for this EMF blanket that blocks like 30, of the hertz or whatnot, I'd probably be dead today. It was very painful, and it's not right. This is torture against humans. Our country was created by our forefathers, of course, here in America, as everybody knows. And it was based off the Bill of Rights. The Bill of Rights is actually based off the Magna Carta, which was properly signed under King Henry. King Henry is one of my ancestors. So it's just crazy that I live in a country to where, I'm a nice person, I'm a healer, I love everybody, but I get tortured because of my lineage. And my lineage comes from somebody who shaped the Constitution. And since I stem from the Drake family, my grandmother, who was the granddaughter of Bessie Drake, that goes through the Barons line, I do have to mention that Sir Francis Drake did save the Roanoke colony, and historians do say, and it is known, that if Sir Francis didn't, under the directive of Queen Elizabeth I, didn't save Roanoke colony, there would have never been America, because she said if they weren't able to save them, that they were never going to come back again. So that's the deal on that. And let's see here. Here's another example of it being very high. There's been a few times when it was this high, and it was torture. I mean, every day is torture, but these days was like, I guess they're trying to kill me off of these days. I don't know, but it was bad. I read about how they beam stuff from different drones, satellites, different things like that at the back of our heads. Lately, I've been noticing it turning into a different type of energy. They've been using microwave waves versus the EMF. I've had some really bad days. I was actually doing good for a while. I was living out in the country, a little bit away from the city, but as soon as I came back in the city, it's like everything started back up. And it turned into some microwave waves and different things like that. There was a couple of times where I heard this big, like, boom, like in the distance, and this like giant like wave of something hit me, and it's knocked me over a few times. I don't know what that exactly is. It's some sort of weapon they have, but you could hear it kind of coming through the hills when it comes. Now on this day, this kind of funny. I was showing some photos of the trees where they're actually cut out right there. You can see the circle. There's a tower behind there that actually burnt a hole in the trees. And that first picture was like this little like horse dog looking thing or something. I don't know, out of a lint or something. It was funny. But as you can see here, the EMF has actually burnt the trees and also caused the trees right in front of my window to actually grow weird sections off of it. And so it's affected it from the cell structure itself. And this is some sort of like little metal something or other. This came out of my skin. Now I'll do some more extensive videos later on Morgellons, but I did develop Morgellons. Here's some different slides, different pictures I just wanted to put in this one. That right there I think would be like, that's kind of like where it kind of comes out of, I don't know, that's where the Morgellon fiber comes out. Now, when it all kind of started, when I first got Morgellons, this was found under my bed. It's some sort of, I think it's like a nano worm, not really sure. As you see in the microscope, this is what it looks like up close. Here's some sort of a mite. I've had mites, still do. And here's another day of it being really high. It's almost nerve-wracking to see this stuff. Throughout the months I've had mites, I pull weird stuff out of my skin too. Any Morgellons patient can relate. But yeah, I'll get more into that later on different videos, mites and different things like that. Because this one's just focused on EMF primarily, and I needed to make some video for my ex-wife too, because she still doesn't think any of this is true. All right, so here's the last part to today's kind of topic. So you see the tower over here behind these trees. You can see it. The Megatron's up here. My apartment was over here, like right here, as you see. And I can show you later where you can see where there's actually holes burnt right through the tree line right here, right at me. And then there's my lodge right there, right across the street. So, and here's actually a close-up of the actual tower itself. The thing on the top right there, that's like a magnetron. That particular one right there is what was torturing me for well over a year. I'm glad to not live so close to that anymore, because that was crazy. When I moved to my new apartment, I started getting hit with some stuff, and so I recorded that video of some EMF hit me. It was actually glitching out the actual app itself, and that was, I think, some sort of microwave type thing. Okay, and this next picture is something else that's come out of my skin. I think it's some sort of a chip, nano something or other. It's very bizarre things. Having Morgellons, you get weird stuff that comes out of you, skin like that. It's not pleasant. Here's a Morgellons fiber. Having Morgellons itself is not fun. And here is a picture I took just the other day, actually, where a drone was following me. Well, every night one follows me around, but they began closer and closer. And here's one of my most recent videos. which is right after this picture of a drone. And you can thank my ex-wife, who doesn't believe any of this is true. She is so oblivious. She lives in Iraq. She might as well just be Patrick, with SpongeBob and stuff. But yeah, she says I'm crazy. She took my kid away. But I'll have more videos on her later, because it would take a whole 20, 30 minutes to explain her and my stepdad as well. So thanks for watching, and please, in the future, support people. Don't think they're crazy. If they're a targeted individual, support them by doing anything you can to help them, because they're your fellow American and they need your help. As our government is declaring war on its own citizens, this is what we go through, and we all need to stand together, or divided we fall. So have a good day. Love you. Bye.